back, tyrants and newcomers alike, to another episode of Phoenix Wright. If you remember last episode, I was freaking lost. But what we're actually supposed to do is something I missed in the previous episode to that one, which is show this guy Goodman's ID.
See this? This is the victim's ID card.
Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 5842189.
Officer Marshall, show us the ID number on that ID card record.
Ah, 514.
Look, the fourth number, it's a perfect match.
It was used at 514, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
Oh wait, what did Officer Meekin say?
So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. Flashback.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing, suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you the ID card record. ID card record out of the court record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to the other people with IDs here. Namely, one, Detective Gumshoeless. Alright, Gumshoe, take a look at this ID record. Tell me what you see, sir. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
I heard the rumor, though, the Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder.
Whoa!
What is it?
The second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list, it belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What? What?
ID card record updated in the court record. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Hey pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to?
Shit, the Mr. Edgeworth Inquiry Committee should be letting out soon.
I'm going to go give them my report for the day. It might help, you know.
Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer?
The one that says nothing but no problems?
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he could use a report like this.
I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? Seriously. I'm off, pal. Later.
Whee!
I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. To the High Prosecutor's Office, away! Actually, making progress at the beginning of this episode, isn't that ridiculously awesome? I think it's ridiculously awesome. Where are you? Underground parking lot, first of all. And then to the High Prosecutor's Office. Yeah. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Oh god, it's that guy.
Oh, guest, my apologies.
Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave, so long. Okay. Is Edgeworth here?
There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
God, he looks disgruntled. Ah, it's you. He has the hotel bring him tea service?
Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry?
Precisely. By the way, Detective Gumshoe is looking for you. Oh yes, he brought me some information, it seems.
Really? Was it helpful?
Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow.
I think the report is on the other side, Edgeworth.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
What have you got to say for yourself, Mr. Edgeworth? So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation.
Concealing evidence?
Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times, ever since that case 2 years ago. Tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
The police department?
Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gat. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see.
Why, I ask you, why?
All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Let's try presenting stuff, see if we can get more information out of him, because obviously that's what we're supposed to do. What do you know about this rubber glove? Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea? I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth has told you now in a very polite manner.
Whose side are you on, anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Okay, so what about this unstable jar? Nope, no unstable jar. Okay. What about evidence locker? Oh, no, duh. We have to show him the freaking... this. Yeah, we have to show him that. Oh, right. I'd better check this now. As I was saying, Huh? What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that.
I was asked to go, by Chief Gant, no less.
The chief of police?
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make note of it. Unrelated evidence, screwdriver added to the court record. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. You don't say. Did I unlock anything? I guess not. Okay, we'll present the screwdriver then. See if that has any bearing to anything. No? Okay. Nothing about the screwdriver then. What do we check it? What do we got here? The tag says AI-16.
What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said.
That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case.
Wouldn't that be nice?
What else could be examined on this thing?
It doesn't look like there's anything else to examine on this. Okay, what about this evidence locker? Nope, nothing on that. What about... I don't know, this last item report. Nope. Shoe? It's a hard one. This trophy? Nope. Blue badger? Nope. Autopsy report? Nope. Nope. Maybe I have to present that freaking screwdriver to somebody. Yeah, let's see if we can go find Damon Gant. Maybe we're supposed to present the screwdriver to him. It's worth a shot, I guess. Oh wow, that lady's gone. Back to the police department, I suppose.
Oh, Damon Gant!
Jeez, criminal affairs. Nope, nobody in criminal affairs. Well, good God. Detention center? Meekins, do you know anything about this? Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Nope, nothing on that. Okay, so there's nothing on that. Let's go to Wright & Co. Nope. Alright, what about... Well, she's gone in the underground parking lot. Maybe that means something. It doesn't look like anything changed. Well, crap. Now I'm stuck again. Okay, back to the High Prosecutor's office. I seriously have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing with this. Yes, we've been through that already. Chess set.
Hey, a chessboard!
I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
The red knots have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. The swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges surrounding a palm with spiky hair? Nah, it's nothing. I think that's something. Okay, we'll just try presenting every bit of evidence to Edgeworth, I suppose. Presented all the new stuff, haven't I? Yeah, we presented all that stuff, so I guess we just gotta keep going back. What about these floor plans? Nope. Switchblade knife. Huh? I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life, as I recall. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Oh good, finally. A bad memory. Just talking about the murder in the elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Oh, so it was the switchblade knife we had to present. How about that? Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too, then. He was the best we had, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Well, you got nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth. What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation. In the truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not! I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? You're still working on that scientific investigation? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints! It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the animal, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files. For everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprinting set and fingerprint file received. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Alright. Suspicious handprint. I believe that was on Gumshoe's, wasn't it? Gumshoe's locker? It was definitely in the evidence room, if I remember correctly. So let's check. Yay! Whoops. Security guard office. Yeah, that'll work. And into the evidence room. February 23rd, evidence room, Sector 3. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Aw, yeah. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Sure, alright, let's do it. Examine. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? Just touch the screen. Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? You just blow with your breath. Okay, I gotta do something real quick, because I gotta figure out what hotkey I have the blow set to here real quick. Looks like, I have... Crap, where is the microphone? Number pad 1. Okay, so I have the blow set to number pad 1, so I won't be blowing in the mic, luckily. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake, see? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Rudd. I guess I'd better give it a try. Sure, why not? Pour some D's on that. Just kidding.
Look at all that white powder. Gotta love that cocaine, man, I tell you what. Cocaine! Aha, little dude, you found one! But, it looks nothing like a fingerprint. What?
I'm sorry. Check for the big cat outside before you go to bed, okay?
Okay.
He's in India, I don't know where he is.
Okay. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hell, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Huh, fingerprints outside the blood. Obviously these. Examine. Cocaine! Fingerprint cocaine everywhere.
I'm so high right now, man.
Oh, I gotta get a little bit more apparently. A little bit more down there, I suppose. There we go. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling! Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So, we're not done yet. This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would be most likely to find on this evidence locker? Not Damon Gant. What about Gumshoe? Gumshoe, yeah, it's probably Gumshoe. Yep, definitely Gumshoe. Gumshoe's dirty fingerprints on this locker, imagine that. Match found! Oh yeah. Aha! So those prints belong to Detective Gumshoe! Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Crap, I think the other one was over here, wasn't it? Whoops, don't move. Examine, I believe, is what we're doing here. Examine this locker. This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this? There go her eyes sparkling again. Check for prints. Oh yeah. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So, that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Select which finger to examine. Now this is a hard one because I don't really see anything here that I can examine, really. Oppa Gangnam Style. Yeah! Spread the powder and blow, mother freaker. I'd rather snort than blow, but you know. Yeah. Good old cocaine analysis, I must say. What do we got? Perfect handprint. What do we got here? That is not Damon Gantz. Maybe it's Officer Meekins. No, it kind of curves up. Nope, it's Marshall's. Definitely Marshall's. Comparing. Definitely Marshall's. Yep. Comparison complete. Match found. Oh yeah. Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma, this are decidedly different? Wow, okay, bad translation error. These are decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Ow! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. That's both badly for him. But why would Officer Marshall? Looks like our investigation is finally tuning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Me neither. Marshall, really? To be continued right now for another 10 minutes. Aw, yeah, partner. Save! Woot. Save. February 24th, 941, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time, and a different suspect was arrested at the other crime scene. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind the simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana! Don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Skye? We discovered traces left by a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. You found Officer Marshall's traces? Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Skye? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. February 24, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 9. Here we go again. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye, the Beard demanded all hail the Beard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... Huh? I'm afraid you'll have to clarify, because the Beard is confused. Takes 30 minutes by car to reach criminal affairs from the prosecutor's office. The victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. Well, that's not physically possible, is it? The Beard knows this because he created time and space. What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well, let the trial resume. Well, hail the Beard is God. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired in the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Ah, snap. Ooh, boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Seriously. Already calling Lana to the stand. Good lord. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Oh, it's Officer Meekins, never mind.
Yes, sir, I'm Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that would be murder, sir.
So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Oh, the Beard is a professional killer, and he knows one from the other.
Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'm never gonna leave it again, sir. You gotta believe me, sir.
Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is...
Sir, what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me! Officer Meekins,
Yes, sir.
give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order.
Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I'm a part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Ugh, Meekins' enthusiasm. Like anybody wanted that.
Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard in the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, and then I did. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
Who was that other officer? So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
Don't tell others before they do it to you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
I see. Then you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. All hail the beard is God. What I need here is more info to work with. Darn right. Freaking Meekins. His voice is so annoying to do and to hear. I believe I have to press the last statement, actually. Oh wait, suspicious man on the security screen. Who is that? Who is that? Tell me, Officer Meekins. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct?
Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck.
So then, your ID numbers should be listed in here, right?
There it is. I found it. This is the one right here.
Could you please read us the number?
Yes, sir. It's 498-59596. That's my number, sir.
I see. Huh? With the number 498-59596 is shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down.
I see. So it was during that second time when...
Yes, sir. That was when I was spotted the man on the security screen.
Data added the ID card record. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. Fought for my life, then tell me about your attack. Tell me! Freaking Meekins. So, you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
It was a knife, sir. A knife.
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then?
Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was.
You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just kept it cool, your hand wouldn't
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life, and then I did it.
After that, I passed out. What did you do? Tell me, Officer Meekins, tell me! You're already killing my voice. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him.
You took his knife?
I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
The hell? See. He must have been desperate. Close your eyes like a man, okay.
The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of blood, and then the next thing I knew...
Yes?
He punched me right in my face, sir! After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
Who is that officer? About what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious!
Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too! I woke up crying tears of pain!
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, and that is,
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission.
Your mission?
Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Well, we can all rest easy now. This is what he was telling us yesterday. Well, we need to try and skim some more details from him. For starters, what was an officer from the General Affairs Department doing in there in the first place?
Right, let's press him for all he's worth. What haven't we pressed yet? Maybe this. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir.
Yikes. Now there's a scary thought. Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which means many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger?
Yes, sir, the lovely police mascot created by the head detective, sir.
It's creepy, make it go away.
I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. It was my sole mission for the day, sir.
I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor, only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins?
With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my cell. Chief came delivered to me just this morning, sir.
The Chief? Delivered it? What is that? A videotape? And we'll have to find out next episode because the band demands it. Rate, comment, subscribe, favorite, and see you guys next time.